Either Glalie or somebody but coined the term the Discordians.
Oh. Alright, I got freaking Evolving Skies.
I
Let's
got
see what.
it.
Alright, Crazy Cactus is live.
Good luck.
Uh, let's go, let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Hold on, actually, I even started off the stream at the wrong screen. Hold on. So, oh, and I even didn't have the right first card to start off with. All right, and turn that down a little bit so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Welcome in, Harsh, Tamfam, Luna. Again, so this is really a super chill stream. I have my jammies on, so we're just chilling here. If you don't have yours on, maybe get them on and just chill. So really all I want to do is just talk about the art in Paldea Evolved. Part of my job, like what I do with making video games in my own real life experience, is working with artists on a very close level. So I'm going to be talking about these arts, why I like them, why I don't, why I think some are better than others, what I think the artist maybe should have done, what I'm guessing probably the artists were told or instructed to do, or maybe they have more free reign than I think. But basically, I'm just going to go through all the arts, hopefully not take too much time. I'm sure one of my mods or you guys will let me know if I'm taking too long on one of these. But I just want to talk about them, again, why I like them, why I don't. Of course, like I said in my announcement for this, my personal bias does come in here, so there are going to be some that I like more than others, just from a personal standpoint. So, you know, we're free to discuss in the chat. That's why the chat's here. So, like, you could say, like, oh, Cactus, I don't know. Like, I really like that. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you, and that's okay. It's okay to like one art more than another. Hey Cactus, guess what? I have a box packed and ready for you. Oh, Bree, again, you didn't have to do that. But of course, I will happily, you know, be waiting for it, and I appreciate that so much. But so yeah, we got a Vampire Queen Bree here. We got our little gang here of people ready to go talk about some arts and just chill. So how am I gonna do this? So let's go to my other screen here. And so, like I showed in the thumbnail for this video, I made a custom ranking one. If you go to that website, tiermaker.com, you can search up Paldea Evolved Art. But I will say, whoever made it, it was really jumbled. All the images were out of order. So all these images are from, that you see over here, right? All these images are from Pokebeach. You know, give them full credit for that. But what I did was, because they're filing, the way, like when I saved them and downloaded them, they were labeled weird. So I gave them the right numbering according to what Pokebeach said. So these, if you download this, and I'll even post this, if you guys want to make your own tier list later, because I know some people like to do that, and I'll pin that at the top of the chat. So So if you disagree, you want to make your own list, that's what you can use that list. So I reworked all the files, I put them in order, and then I also have blown up versions, like bigger versions on the screen here. So you can see the Heracross, that's the full blown version that I did have to size a little differently to fit everything on the screen here, but we're going to go through these, right? So this is all Paldea Evolved. This is all, I think TamFam told me there's 86 of these special ones in this set. This is a big set, you guys. This is only a few cards underneath where Fusion Strike is, okay? So you'll be lurking and listening in bed playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's all good. Oh, 85? Okay, TamFam corrected me. So we got 85. So that's a lot, you guys. I mean, we're talking about, there was 24 of those special, like, regular art cards in Scarlet and Violet base. Just 24. There's 36 in this set. I mean, that alone is a, what is that, like a 50% increase, right? So that's crazy. All right. But let's just go in the first one. So number one I have here is the Heracross. And the scoring system is gonna go S through F. S is like ultimate tier. S is like, it's like pretty damn near flawless. I wouldn't really change anything about it. It's like absolutely gorgeous, amazing, perfect. A tier is still like really, really awesome, like almost near perfect. Maybe there's some minor flaws. Okay. B tier is like, okay, still really great art. I like it, like the Pokemon. I think they did a good job, but I think there's maybe room, there was a little bit more room for it. There's slightly a couple bigger errors that I might point out, or that I think would bother me a little bit. Okay, C tier is like acceptable, like there's more issues that I find with the card, but I still might like it, so I consider that like acceptable, like a passing grade. D tier, of course, is like, okay, I see more glaring mistakes. I don't think I would have agreed with this or done this, or it just might be the tier that like I kind of put like ones I don't really like personally. So just, again, there's my personal bias coming in. And then F tier is just like, I hate it. Or actually, I don't really want to say like I hate it. I just, because there's some cards I still like, but like I just don't think the card was good. There's a lot of mistakes. I think it's boring. It's bland. There's so much more that could have been done. So, oh, we got almost 100 secret rare. Yep. Sorry, I'm just gonna catch up with you guys in the chat. B tier. While I love Heracross, it's a little mild for B and not enough for bank for S. Oh, so Sleeping Snorlax. We'll get into that. And you know what? Let me start breaking it down. Heracross. Okay, I'm gonna look at Heracross. I'm gonna put it in, and I know some people are already telling me like people are gonna disagree with this right away. I'm putting it in C. Okay. And these might change as this video goes, because maybe someone will say like, you know what, Cactus, maybe that's a little rough. Like maybe the way you're grading this, maybe that should have been a B. Right now, I'm putting it in C, and here's why. I like the quality of the art on this card. The colors are really good. However, if it was me talking with an artist, I would have said, like, I feel like the only prompt that this artist got, like, if they were told what to do, like, if I'm paying them, like, did they only get told, like, okay, I want Heracross by sitting by a road? It's a little boring to me. It's just a little dull to me. Like, there could have been so many things you could have done with Heracross. Like, it could have been like, you know, have you ever seen those anime shows where like they have those like bus stops? Like, it could have been like under one of those, maybe while it's raining, or maybe it's like shielding another insect type Pokemon underneath like one of its wings or something, you know, outstretching that. But it's just like sitting at the edge of the road. Yeah, it looks cute, you guys. It does. But I'm kind of just like, okay, it's flat to me, okay? So I give it C tier because of the colors, because I do like the sky in the background is beautiful, you know, but it's just not, it's not very thrilling for me, that's all. So there you go. Tropius, and I'll give you guys, and I'll do this so you guys can see a bigger version on the screen. So Tropius is the next one over here, right? This Tropius is, again, I'm going to say beautiful colors. I think a lot of us can agree that Tropius is pretty boring, and this card doesn't really do anything for me. Like, it's just a side view, and it looks like they almost did like a kind of like a like a colored paper like cutout design. I'm kind of getting like South Park like vibes from it, like almost like that's the kind of style they went for. And if that's the style they were going for, kudos, because that is that. But it just feels very meh to me. Like I was almost about to put it in the D tier, but based on how I'm describing it, it's like it's okay, but it's not like so, I don't know. It's not like so bad that I want to like automatically put it in the D tier. So for right now, I'm just going to put it in C with the Heracross, but that could change. The Heracross is going to stay. I'm confident with that one, but the Tropius, I might, yeah. This looks like a good sleeve, not a card, in a good Gordon Ramsay voice. I'd give that Tropius an A tier because I really like the art, and that's okay. So Bree, it's okay. Like we're gonna agree to disagree on things, and that's just this community, right? So it's all good. And by the way, again, thank you for. I know you're doing the package for me. I appreciate that. Okay, I think we get into the next one, and I think we can all agree that this is a very adorable card. I kind of like everything that they've done with this whole series for Meowscarada. And again, here's my bias coming in. I love Meowscarada. I wasn't crazy about it early on, but I've really grown to like it a lot ever since playing it in the game and seeing more of it. So I'm just going to tell you, I like the colors. I like the design. I like where the Sprigatito is. The only thing is that like it's damn near perfect, but like I feel like it needed just a little something extra for me to give it S tier. Like S tier, guys, again, is like I'm talking like it's like blowing my mind, right? So I'm just gonna have to go with Sprigatito in A tier. It's definitely A tier for me, for sure. Just because it's cute, I like where it is, the colors, like all the details of it, like all the flowers, just all those different flowers. And like there's even that in the foreground there, you see like that kind of like rock wall where there's probably like a fountain or something. So I mean, I like it a lot. Definitely awesome. So superior tier. Hey Cactus, love Meowscarada on the whole line. This goes on top. It's definitely near the top, right? So that's why I'm putting in A. And obviously that leads right into oh, and we'll get to the Magikarp. The Magikarp, as you can see, I'm going in order. So you can see the Magikarp's over here, right? Hold on. The Magikarp's over here. So we're going to get to that because I put these in order on this tier list. All right. So now, next, of course, is the Florigato. I also love Florigato. And I'm not going to... let me just do this. It's also an A tier. They're pretty much in tandem with each other. I think this artist did an amazing job also showing, like, again, now the playful side. Like, the cutesy side was the first stage. This is the more playful, like, adventurous side of Florigato, like, up in the tree, you know, scouring, looking around. I like the... where they put the tree in this card, because they put it off to the side, it helps, like, kind of draw your eye up and then to the Florigato. So, like, with artists, you always want to... There's something in artists, there's something in art called the rule of thirds. Photographers use this, artists use this, and if you divided this card into sections, if you took two lines vertically and divided it into thirds vertically, you took two lines, divided it into thirds horizontally, where those lines intersect is where our eyes are naturally drawn to. And so those four intersections. So if you drew the lines on this one, you would see that those lines intersect right about where that Florigato is in the tree. So that's like a key thing in art that you learn early on, is the rule of thirds. Again, also for photographers too. So, yeah, and the story aspect of it, like whoever, like the artist that did this series, you know, definitely I would have said, like, I love what you're doing. You even got the little, like, palazzo, like the rooftops in the background with, like, the Spanish. I know it's supposed to be like Spain, but I almost get some Italian vibes from this too. So love it. Let's move on. Now this one is it should be called, I believe it's the Bramblin, right? Yeah, Bramblin. This one is interesting. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Machamp card, like, in the village, like, you know, running through the village. But it's, like, a bunch of Bramblins kind of in this, like, little kind of, I don't know, almost like a makeshift little town. So it's a cute card, but, like, Bramblin is one of those disappointing things from this newer generation that I'm kind of like, meh, you know. It's just underwhelming for me. Like I do again, like the colors. I feel like the colors aren't going to save it this time because it's a little boring. The composition, if you look at the rule of thirds, it follows it kind of, but whenever you put something in the dead center of like if you did a painting or if you took a photo and if it's just a one subject and if you put them at the dead center, that's like the most boring thing you can do. Like, to our eyes, even we like naturally know that's like a boring, very vanilla, like there's nothing spicy about this, there's nothing interesting about this. So I'm gonna have to give that D tier. I'm sorry. So I don't think there's really any Bramblin fans out there. So, like, you know, we're gonna go to the next one. So let's go to the next one. Oh, welcome in, Raiders. We got a Diz raid coming in. Again, guys, for those Raiders coming in, this is just a chill stream. I'm literally in my PJs. I'm just discussing the art now that we have like all the art out there, and I'm just gonna be going one through the next, just kind of making my rankings about where I think they should be from an artistic standpoint, but also, I guess, from a biased personal standpoint. Okay, so we're going to talk about this Fletchender. I love this card. I love the color. Again, I'm going to talk probably the colors with every single photo, but the colors in this one are especially warm. This artist definitely captured like the fiery aspect of it with like the sparks coming up from the fire itself. Like the warmth from the lantern in the foreground, like right in the corner there, that lantern. If I'm doing, I can't even point right. But so the lantern in that foreground, like there's the cup of coffee, like you can even see the ripples on the coffee with a little bit of steam. I mean, they definitely were very, very key on getting all those little details in on this one. So I love the orange colors, and it's almost kind of feels like monochromatic because it's like oranges and browns and like sienna browns, like all these things, right? So me personally, and again, here's my bias coming in, I think it's high B tier, almost close to A. And I have a custom trainer card that did like a campfire background with the Blaziken and Trello. No, not Trello. Swello, right? So I have a personal interest in like this card. I like it a lot. This is one of those like regular special art cards that I will be going after because I think it's good. But I'm gonna put it high B tier. Like, so for right now, it's gonna be really high B tier, but pretty damn near close to A. I might even move it up to A because I do like it a lot. Like, a lot. All right. Oh, what's up? What's up, everybody? Aaron Nickel coming in. Everybody's coming in. Waterloo, Pocket. Everybody's coming in. Again, this is just a chill stream, you guys. I'm just doing an art discussion. I might do this for every set in the future because I like talking about art. I commission artists all the time for what I do for my video games and things. So, like, again, for commissioning, like, I pay the artists and I tell them and I direct them what to do. I mean, technically my title is creative director. So I literally tell them, this is what I want, this is how I want it, the colors, the composition, what I want it, how I want it to be. Pyroar. Pyroar is really good. It goes also in B tier for me, right? It's going to be below Fletchender. Fletchender is like high B tier, like B+. If this had to be in a tier, it'd be like B. Let's see why. So, rule of thirds, it's following that. The Pyroar's face is, if you did the rule of thirds, the Pyroar's face is in the rule of thirds. So again, for those of you who didn't know, the rule of thirds is if you cut up an image into thirds horizontally and vertically, there's going to be 4 intersections, right? And that Pyroar's face is basically where those 2 intersections are meeting, and your eyes are drawn to that. Like, when you look at this card, if you just pull this card out, your eyes are instantly drawn to the Pyroar's face, and it's because it's like your eyes are drawn to that. Like that outcropping of the rocks, it starts in the bottom right corner and it goes up and away. So your eyes follow that path to the Pyroar. That's why it's good. That's why I like what the artist did with this. Colors, really good. Oh, we got a couple of subscribers. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Aaron Nickel. Thank you, Casa BG. Oh, it's not popping up because the subscribers aren't popping up because I didn't add this to this. This is a new setup I did for this screen for this stream. But thank you for all the people subscribing. That's why you're hearing the da-ding, da-ding. So definitely solid beach here. Love it. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Cactus equals F tier. Get out. Just get out. All right. So we got Fuecoco. Fuecoco is in the center of the image, so compositionally that's kind of boring, but I love the reflections of the lights from the ceiling on the floor. Like, I worked in a grocery store, so I can tell you, like, that's a cool little, like, detail that, you know, they definitely, like, this person probably double-checked that, or, like, an art director told them, like, hey, don't forget that, or they might have already known to remember that. Like, you can even see, like, almost like the reflection of, like, of the items on the floor, too. Like, the colors kind of bouncing off the floor. Wow. It says D tier. You say D tier for this? I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that low. It just could have been a little bit more for me. Like, I do like the story aspect of it. But, like, for me, like, it's personally... Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Kate. For me, it's... This one's C. Not that it's bad. I'm going to put it above... the Heracross, though, but like it's like C+. I just it's cute, but I just feel like that's the only sort of thing I'm going for, and I almost wish like you could see the guy's face. Like, I know that's what they don't want you to see their face, but it's like I want to see the trainer with the Pokemon. Oh god, I know Pocket's probably got that expression. He's like, you put Heracross in C? That might change, guys. Again, that might change. Crocolore. 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 You guys. Crocolore, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm sorry, I never was a huge fan of, like, the sombrero, like, egg hat thing. Like, I know it's supposed to be like, oh, it's the egg, and then it hatches into the bird, which then becomes the thing on Skelligurge's nose that plays his nose piano. I'm just not... I don't know. Like, I get, like, oh, he's like Crocolore, he's evolved, he's rambunctious, he's more energetic, that's why he's making a mess. And a part of me wants to say, like, oh, that's cute too, but just, I'm sorry, this feels just, it's still like, it's not D tier for me. It's still C tier. I just wish there was, like, I don't like how it's dead in the center. Like, it's in the center line. If you did a line down the center, it's right on the center line. That's kind of boring to me. I feel it feels a little bit flat to me. It feels compositionally a little bit flat. So I'm gonna put that right next to the Fuecoco for now, and let's get into the Magikarp. Now this one is pretty dope. Pretty dope. It's not, let me spoiler alert. For me, personally, it's not S. It's A. Okay? Oh, S tier, no doubt. You guys think it's... Okay. Here's where we're going to agree to disagree a little bit. The reason why I say A tier is because of where the Magikarp is. Like, compositionally, again, if I was talking to the artist, I'd want, like, the Magikarp doing something else, or jumping out of the water in a different direction, or... like the water coming up in a different direction. Just the Magikarp and the water is just, that's a little too plain for me, but I think he did a great job on the Magikarp. I love the background. The background is super dope because it reminds me of, you guys remember those things? You can still buy them now. Those scratch things in like Target or Walmart where like when you scratch it off the black, there's like the rainbow underneath. That's what it reminds me of, and that was a cool aspect of it. And then another thing is, of course, we all know that there's the hidden Gyarados in the top right corner. Again, like, cool detail. Like, I love cards like this where you can always go back and find like more. So, like, the Crocolore, there's, like, that's it. That's all you get. But you go to this card, and, like, I feel like every time I'm looking, I'm seeing a little bit more. I'm like, ooh, there's leaves there. And underneath those leaves, there's, like, a pair of eyes. Like, ooh, like, what is that? And it's like, oh, like, that's a Gyarados. But, like, behind those Gyarados is, like, these sparkly effects. So there's a lot of cool things going on. Steven Collects, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Sorry, I'm just kind of gonna keep. We're just gonna keep vibing, keep chilling here. So I'm putting that in A tier, and I'm gonna put it slightly above the not Foy Coco, the Sprigatito here. So it's way up. It's pretty high up there. I like it a lot. Next one, we got the Marill. I love this card. I love this card because it reminds me of the Vaporeon promo from those Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon boxes. I'm super getting those Vaporeon vibes. Now, I'm going to contradict myself because I know I've been criticizing how the Marill is in the center of the card, but like, I just like how he's just, I don't know, like, it's like kind of like bobbing along like it's a buoy, like in the sea, you know? I like the Love Discs. I like the Claunchers. I like the Bruxish. There's, what's the, is it not Quillfish? What's the thing on the bottom? I even see, look, there's so much cool little things going on, right, on the seafloor. Pincurchin, thank you. I couldn't remember that. So for me, personally, all right, I'm gonna make a change here. I'm gonna move my Fletchinder up to A, like A minus, and the Marill goes up to like B plus tier. Okay, so I'm doing a slight modification there. I like it. I like all the details. I like all the extra Pokemon you get in this, but all I could think was Pincushion. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, though. All right, so high B tier for me. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to, oh, we have got Ice Cube. Okay, Ice Cube is controversial because I'm gonna say out the bat, like off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of this Pokemon. I do like that it's following good. I like the composition. I like the colors. I like the lighting. I like the scene. Sticking his head in the fridge, in this freezer or whatever, right? How he's like struggling. There's a little bit of comedy aspect of this too. It's just, I still like it. It's just, I don't think it's going to be super valuable. There's obviously, we can even talk about value too in the stream if you want to. I just feel like it's, like, see, it's more interesting. This card is more interesting and fun to me than the C tiers that I did for like the Fuecoco and the Crocolore. I just think I feel like this artist took more time to really set up the scene and had more, just, I don't know, I see more, like, I just see more here. So I gotta give this B tier. People are gonna be like, oh, really, B tier? Like, and I'm telling you, I'm not even a huge fan of Ice Cube, but I see a lot of good things, a lot of great things went right in this. But for me, I'm putting it in B tier. I think it's earned. It's going to be lower B tier. So if it's more to the left, like if it's more to the left, it's going to be higher. So the closer it is to the letter, it's higher. It's further away from the letter, it's lower in that tier, right? So these are going to get moved around as we go. We got to keep going because I don't want you guys to be here forever. All right, wow, I'm even getting parched. Quaxley. I do like this Quaxley. It's cute. I like a lot of the details in the foreground. I like where it is. I like just this. I can tell when an artist put a little bit more thought into things. With like, you can even see like the little sky in the background, like out the window. Like, I can't even make out all these things in the foreground, but it looks like he's just having a ball, right? Is this? Oh, yeah, it's in a bathroom, right? Because he's like doing his thing, you know. You just don't like his evolution. Yeah, I'm gonna. Here's where I'm gonna be controversial, I guess. I definitely think Quaxley is B tier for me. He's probably a little bit, I don't know. He's a little bit below Ice Cube for me at the moment, so that might change. I might modify that, but he's still, I like what they're doing here, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. Here's where we get into the issues, or my personal issues with this, right? So we got Quaxwell. Here's the problem. Quaxwell. It gets a hit because it's in the same exact room. Like, I understand what this artist, like, the idea was for this, but then that also tells me it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels a little lazy to me. Like, why couldn't he be, like, fixing his hair maybe, like, somewhere else? Or, like, could have been outside, like, looking or fixing his hair, like, in a mirror or the reflection of a pool or the water, or, I don't know, like, the reflection in a car, or somebody's, like, just somewhere else. The fact that you put it in the same place, like, if I was talking to the artist, I'd be like, okay, let's say I paid that artist the same exact amount. Like, that tells me, like, they could have just reused the background, reused everything, and still charged me the same amount. Yes, they changed some of the details in the foreground, like the soaps and everything, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like that tells me... I would be, like, if I was paying the money, I'd be like, okay, so, like, am I getting a discount on this? Because, like, you reused the background, and I paid you for the background. So, like, that just... Okay, bye. Enjoy your judging. Okay, yeah. It's okay. We're not gonna read everything. But for me, Quaxwell is C tier just because of that. I think it's still above the Tropius. And I would actually give the artist that did the Heracross a little bit more points because at least it's an original background. So I'm going to put it here for now. All right, next one. Quaxley is king. Okay, bye for real. Okay. All right. I always forget the name of this first one. This is Frigibax. Okay, Frigibax. Here's why I like this card. Those designs in the ground. Those designs in the ground. It reminds me of, did you guys ever do those sand art? Like, where you had those glass, like, you would take a glass and you'd have to, like, scoop in the sand and, like, make the layers and, like, do, like, the thing, like, so you'd have those, like, sand layers, and, of course, you'd have a sibling that would, like, shake it up and ruin it. But, like, this, that puts it up higher. I like the background. I like the trees. I like that it's feeling very psychedelic. But for me, this is high B tier. The other tiers go up. And I'm going to have some people disagree. Again, we're all going to disagree on this. That happens. That's why I pinned the comment with this exact tier list that I made. I customized it. I updated it with the better image files that you can do. But so Frigibax for me is high B tier. It goes above the Marill for sure. All right, next. I'm going to go with the Arctibax. Okay? We got the Arctibax. Arctibax gets A. I'm going to put it even above the Sprigatito. I love this trio series. Here's my bias coming in. Okay? I think Komiya knocked it out of the park with this. I like the colors. I like that it's psychedelic, that they just went for it. Some people are going to be like, it's crazy. I don't understand it. But it's just like, we needed something crazy, and I like it. And it gives me the vibes from the game with... I love Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur's on my team of 6. And I love when it launches itself on its back and just launches it, right? So I just feel like we're getting into this world of madness the more it evolves. I don't love it, and that's okay. That's okay. So, like, also, like, for people that are in fine art, like, I'm getting some, like... there's some modernist artists that I know of, like, from just, you know, reading, researching, that reminds me of, like, some of those things in the background, in the upper background. It gives me, like, I'm recognizing some artist styles in that, and that's kind of cool. All right, so of course that leaves us with, did he freeze? The Trippy River speaks progression. What's the attack Snorlax? That will tell you. All right. Okay, Baxcalibur. This is my first S tier of this video, of this stream. I love it. I'm going to be hunting this. And I know it's not going to be like a big chase for people, but like I love all the details in this. I love if you zoom in the background, you can see so many different things. Like if you zoom in on that top left corner, it's hard for me to do here, but if you zoom in on that top left corner, you can see like the scary face, like the, you know, like that's in there. There's so many cool like Easter eggs in this card that I'm crazy for it. So, this is definitely going to be one of the regular special art rares that I'm going to be trying to find and go after. But I'm kind of sad because so far these boxes have been showing like an average of 3 per box, and there's 36 in this set. Yeah, this might be one of those things I have to buy the single for. All right. You like the stylized pieces? It's awesome when artists try different things with Pokemon. Yeah, I do. I wholeheartedly agree. However, sometimes those artists, they experiment and they fail, and that's okay to fail. Sometimes I feel like they do something trippy and something kind of cool. Like this feels like high art to me, like on a card. So that's why I'm giving it. I don't know. I like it. So, and that's okay if you're skipping Paldea Evolved. Yeah, maybe pick up some singles. You know, definitely wait for release, and then 2 to 3 weeks after is when you really start seeing the prices really sort of level out toward the bottom of where they should be. But I don't know what's going to happen with this set because there's so many hits. I almost wonder if that's going to like help the value of some of these things because it's going to be harder to pull because there's so many different things you can pull. If you want the Japanese one, I have an extra one you can have. No, Pocket, it's okay. Or, you know, maybe hit me up at some point, but no, it's okay. I'll be chasing this in English. It's almost as if the same Pokemon living in the same spot and the environment develops while it does. Yeah, it like the environment goes from like, you know, sort of crazy, like Alice in Wonderland crazy, to like super crazy to like, oh my god, what in the God's name is going on crazy with Baxcalibur here. Okay, too much. Let's move on. Raichu, I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut right away says this is like, it's like high B tier. It's right below the Arctibax. I'm putting it right below in there, right? You can see it in there. I like it. I do. I like it a lot. I like it's kind of whimsical, how he's like kind of floating. Like, well, is it on the bed or is he floating? Like, to me, it looks like he's kind of floating. So it's like, it's pretty high up there to me because it's adorable. And I don't think Raichu ever gets enough love in the TCG. So I got to give props to Raichu. So I love it. Love it. Love the foreground stuff. I love the art style, how it feels kind of like there's shadows, but there's no like super highlights in this. So I like this artist style a lot. I almost wish they'd been given the opportunity to do like a whole, I think this artist could have done a whole series. I can't see their name if I zoom in, but yeah, I like it a lot. Which set was this in? Japanese. I don't remember seeing the crazy one in Triple Beat, Snow Hazard. Oh, the crazy one. Are you talking about, so the Baxcalibur line? That was in Snow Hazard. Yeah, Snow Hazard. Yeah, Snow Hazard has the Baxcalibur line. So that's probably one of the reasons why some people are still picking up Snow Hazard, just to like chase after some of those side hits. It's pretty dope. Can I zoom in on the tier list a tad? I can do this. I can zoom in with just control zoom in with the scroll wheel. That might help a little bit. Let me see if I can, although that's going to hide some of these cards. So the next one, okay. All right, the next one we got is the Miss Magius. This is the one that was in, I don't remember which one this was in. Now, this is kind of cool to me. I'm not a super huge fan of it, but I like it because it's giving me like, I'm getting like mage vibes. I'm getting like Lord of the Rings vibes with like the circle with like, I know it's like flowers, but it kind of reminds me of like the lettering, like when they go through that, into that cave system. It's triplet beat, Tamfam. All right, thank you. I don't know, like, I'm not going to put this low on the list, but it's also not high because it's not like, wow, bam, bam. Like, but I don't know, like, I like how there's, like, look at the details. All the, like, the vines and, like, all that stuff going on in the back. Like, these limbs, you can see, like, the sun and moon kind of phases in that bottom part of the card. Yeah, I'm getting, like, really, like, almost like, if anyone's ever seen, like, my little, oh, God, is it Little Witch Academia on Netflix? Or maybe they lost it. But it's like, I'm just getting like mage witch vibes, and that's what you should get from this. Like, so I'm gonna give this, I'm also gonna put this in B tier. I'm gonna put this in B tier. It's above, I think it's above, I don't think it's better than the Quaxley. Like, I give it props for what it's doing, but I just feel like it's also kind of stagnant because they just put the Miss Magius in the center, and then they just kind of did do cool stuff in the background, but there's nothing really like whiz bam wow about it. You know, so, you know, we'll see if I change that. I want to like this card, but here's my bias coming in. Bias alert. I'm not, I don't know, guys. I'm not really wowed by this. I don't like what the artist did with like the kind of, I don't know what happened with the lighting. Like, I understand, like, there's the light bulb in the lantern, in the light stand is red. So that's why the lighting is red on that side. But then like the lighting on the other side is like black with like the black and white and like all the like the jewelry and stuff and all that stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, if I was talking with the artist, I would have said like, hey, like, let's stick with like one color scheme here. Like, I would do like the black and white with everything. Get rid of that red lighting on the other side. I'm just getting a lot of mixed messages here, guys. So this, to me, I'm putting it in D tier. That's just, it's above the Bramblin for sure, but it's D tier for me. It's not F. It's definitely not a failure, but it's it doesn't really do anything for me. I can't make out the background. Is that a pirate ship? Exactly. That's the problem. You can't make out. There's some things, like, I love details in the background. I love details when I can make them out. But, like, when I'm actually, like, when I'm physically struggling, like, my eyes are struggling to, like what is back there, like, and I'm getting frustrated, that's not good. That's not a good thing. That's not. So I would have said to the artist, like, we need to pick a direction here. You have red and you have black and white on the other side. This is, no. All right, let's go to the next one. The Powder Puff Girl. It looks like the creative background and just stuck a Pokemon sticker to the front of it. Yeah. Yeah, because even then, it's a good point you said that. Because look, even look at the Gothorita. There's like a pink outline all the way around it. That tells me that they just kind of went like, they could have done that. It could have been on a separate layer and they just went boop, like done. Like that doesn't good. It should be in, like, in the environment. It just feels like it's kind of like, no, like, what are you doing? All right, enough of that. I don't want to keep ragging on it. Okay. Like, now I feel bad. I'm really ragging on it. Okay. Sandygast. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. If you like what this is Sandygast, right? This is F tier. I'm sorry. I don't understand. I don't understand a pile of sand. Or is it pile of, it's not pile of sand, right? Is it Sandygast? It's F tier. If I have to explain why a pile of sand goes in the F tier, I don't know what to tell you. Do I give props? Do I give props to the artist for like trying and putting in all those details with like it's cool that they have like the swinging thing, like you see in all those anime shows, like the swinging thing, and like the slide is exactly, it's like copy paste right out of like a classic anime show, but it's just a freaking pile of sand. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Let's move on. Rabska. This is, I'm surprised I remembered the name of this, because Rabska, this card, I love the colors of this. I think it looks dope. It's kind of psychedelic. It's kind of almost like alien-esque, like almost like some sort of like amoeba or like some sort of floating nucleus. It's the dung beetle. Okay, it's the dung beetle. I almost also like how they really did a good job capturing the color on the front of its face. It almost looks kind of like a scarab, like right, like almost like Egyptian, like with like the lines and like, I just like it. I love the colors. Art is meh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, because I just feel like there's more going on here. There's like, I can feel like there is a story, like, and they're trying to tell a story. I'm gonna give them props for telling the story, but if I was with the artist, I would have also said like, hey, like we need to figure this out. So I'm gonna put this in B. This is B for me. It goes above the Miss Magius because it's telling a story. I give it props for that, and probably B tier is going to be huge, guys. So, you know, let's just get that out of the way. You know, and I might move some of these down. I might get harsher on this. Like, I might move some of these around. You know, maybe I got to start getting harsher on this. I don't know. Tinkatink. It's adorable. I'm sorry. I know composition-wise it's at the center of the picture, but this artist in this series did such an awesome job with the colors. They pop so much. I love like the crystals, how the clear they are. Like just all the gemstones, the rock wall. I love it so much. I'm gonna kind of do something similar with my ranking for these. I think this is. I think this is high. I think this is high B tier. I almost kind of got to give it a little bit more. It's up there with the Arctibax. I think it goes slightly above the Raichu. Hypocrite. B, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give it B for sure. Let's go with the next one. Too much pink sea. Okay, we got the Tinkatuff. Again, love the story of this. I love how the colors are changing. It's getting a little bit more dynamic. It's like going more to like the blues, like the opals. There's more purples. But here's another thing. The problem with this card, I mean, I'm waiting for, maybe someone can tell me what the problem with this card is though. Because I gotta ding it just like I dinged that Quaxwell, right? Can you guys, well, you guys can see why, right? Like I'm gonna give it this one's not gonna be like the other time where I put it in A. There's just, it is busy, but can you guys also tell the background is exactly the same as the first one, just the colors are changed, right? So watch. Boom. Boom. That to me is a little bit lazy. I almost want to ding it. I almost want to put it like, and I love this line, but that kind of like, that bothers me. I like the blue better. Like I have to disagree with that though, because I like how these, I don't like how these, okay. When I work with some of my artists, sometimes I do like when colors contrast. That's okay. But in this situation, I'm not digging it as much. Okay, this is gonna be controversial. I just have to ding it for the fact that it feels a little lazy to me. Like, again, I would have had the conversation with this artist. I told, like, why am I paying for the same background when all you did was, like, put it through a color filter? And I feel like, yeah. Like, let me go to the pink. Watch with the pink. The pink, it looks like light. It looks bright. It's vibrant. It's, like, cool. And I like this card. I really do. But I gotta ding it, and I gotta put it in C. People would be like, and this is high C tier. And that hurts me. That hurts me to put it there, by the way. Okay? Like, I don't... But I feel like this... That would have been that would have been something I would have talked with that artist about. Okay? Yeah. Sorry. We're gonna maybe I might change it at the end when I have all the list done. But I'm not you know, we'll see. All right, let's go to the next one. Tauros. Yeah, and I told you guys, my bias comes in here. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'll tell you when I like something more than everything else, and I'll try to still be reasonably harsh as equally harsh on it as everything else. But the Tauros is cool. I mean, major Lion King vibes, right? Come on, the Wildebeest charge and the Lion King, definitely getting those vibes from this, right? So I give it props for that. I like the sun in the background where it's right over the back of that Tauros in the background. I like how you can see like more Tauroses way in the horizon line. I even like how you can see like all the rest of those Tauroses' tail like off to the left side of the image, like kind of like the tail's flailing around. Again, those are the kind of little details I look for that I'd be like, yeah, okay, like don't forget all of the Tauroses' tails. There's a lot of Tauros in this picture. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like it is, again, not enough conscious for me to blended. Yeah. I mean, I was waiting for people to be like mad at me if I put this in C. The reason why is, again, C tier is not necessarily bad. It's just acceptable. I just wish there was something more they could have done. Like, I wish there was maybe like if the camera was zoomed out further so I could see more of the Tauroses, it's almost like too far in. So like it's almost like in the faces of all these Tauroses in the front, and then I'm only seeing the one in the back. But I will give it props that this Tauros in the background is following the rule of thirds, so my eyes are drawn to it. So I'm going to put it right below the Tinkatuff for now, because I think it's a little bit more interesting, the rest of these in the C tier for sure. So it's definitely high, it's high C tier for me. Alright, here's controversial. I don't really like this card, you guys. I understand it's cute, I understand it's Sudowoodo, but for me, this is like just boring. It's boring. It's D tier for me. It's D tier for me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have people who are like, but I love the Sudowoodo. It's so cool. Like he's blending in. It's like a normal street or a normal pathway. But guys, like the trees are boring. There's no like. And again, people are gonna say, well, they're trying to. The artist was probably trying to illustrate that the Sudowoodo is just like all these little trees and the big trees off to the right side. But guys, every single one of those right trees on the right side of the picture is all like perfect, and that's. How many trees have you ever seen in your life that were all exactly straight and perfect like that? None. That were like, have you ever seen 20 trees in a row that were perfectly exactly like that? No. So that's the point of the card blend. I understand. I get it. But, sorry. That's almost like, okay, I'll put it above the Bruxus. Like, I even give the Gothorita a little bit more points for at least trying something more interesting but failing. Whereas this is just not even trying to me. I'm sorry. Yeah. You just don't understand good art. Maybe in Japan. Hey, Cactus. Hey, Unlisted Box, what's going on? I just don't understand good art. Okay. Okay, this is... I'm sorry. This is F tier for me. I don't think I have to explain. Do I have to explain to you guys why it's F tier? Do I have to explain why a rock of salt and NA... It's literally called Knackley, right? Even the name is lazy. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. NaCl for the chemical compound of salt, and then they just add an I. Like, I don't have to explain. Please tell me, guys, right? Please tell me I don't have to explain. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Great. Let's move on. What's the next one? Okay, my gut reaction, I'm not going to look at the chat. My gut reaction is D. People are going to say, but it's so cute. I'm going to put it in high D tier. It's at the top of D. I'm sorry, guys, but this is boring to me. Boring to me. This is, I'm putting this, like, I'm giving it props for being, like, cute, and the colors and the lighting, trying something. But, like... You know what? It goes below the Gothorita. Again, at least the Gothorita is trying with the background. So, like, the Sudowoodo and this one are kind of tied in here. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. They did that Pokemon dirty. Yeah, they did. It's literally, like, this. The artist had the easiest job doing this card ever. I don't know. I don't... Like, why not, like, have, like... Why not have one of these sitting by the edge of this mud pool or this sand pool, and like a couple others next to it, like all chilling? Like, it's Japan. They could have done some sort of like sauna-inspired like mud pool thing with a bunch of these, and that could have been fun and interesting. And at least then it could have been like, it would have had a chance of getting like maybe B tier. But with this, it's like, you're lucky I gave it D tier. Okay, Sam Artist that did that in Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I believe it. I don't know. Tyranitar. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the chat because I don't want to be influenced by this, but this is A tier for me. This is A tier. Like up there with, I almost want to put it slightly does it go above the back the arc to back You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta put it up there. It's like, it's pretty dope. I like how it's just standing. It is a little... Do I have to... I agree with that. Is it a little boring? Maybe. But, like, I like how it's standing. Like, it's unapologetic. It's in your face. Like, the detail, the sharpness and clarity of the Pokemon itself is really good. Like, some of these other ones, like, they just use, like, a more, like a sketchy art style, so it's easier. But I can tell you guys from an art standpoint that the artist probably had to spend a lot of time like getting that like that shading and all that stuff to look on a Tyranitar's body to look right. And then look in the sky. I love the sky. I love the colors, how it's going correctly, like from that warmer kind of twilight over to like the darker clouds in the distance, right? You got the Star Raptors in the sky. Another great touch, like way up in the sky. You see the Star Raptors up there. So, yeah, it's not above the carp for sure, but it's up there for me. Again, me personally. Oh wow, I gotta pick this up. The Graphi Eye. Graphi Eye, again, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm gonna say the Graphi Eye gives me Splatoon vibes, and I love it for it. Is it A tier though? It's definitely not. It's not like Graphi Eye was kind of cool to me, like cool for me, but I don't know. I'm gonna. Does it even belong in B tier? Like, I'm gonna have to move some of these around because the Quaxley, I'm sorry, I'm kind of still. All right, well, I'm gonna upset some people. I'm moving Quaxley down to C above so it can be next to its brother here, because I'm not vibing with it. And I think I'm gonna put the Graphi Eye for me is kind of dope, but I'm not like hunting it. So that tells me like I like it. I give it props for the Splatoon vibes, but I'm gonna put it in C. I'm gonna put it in C. I'm gonna put it above the Tauros. The Tauros, yeah. Yeah, the Tauros is a little bit more. At least this has something more going on. This was good, the colors, but no. I'm putting it in C. It's okay. I'm looking at now the chat, giving a long middle finger. It's flipping us off. Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised you guys noticed that. I didn't even notice that. I'm surprised it hasn't been like banned or talked about with that. But for me, it's C tier just because I love the colors, love where it's at. That's it. Facts. Okay. Hey, Cactus, I want to pack battle last time. I got Gmail. Do you have my address? I'm wondering if there's something else I should do to get a response. No, unless the box, you're good. I don't respond to everybody. I just like, unless people wanted a confirmation, but I sent those out already. So the giveaway that I did earlier today, I haven't sent those out, but you didn't win today. So you're talking about last week. So those got sent out on like Monday or Tuesday. Okay. The next one is Tamfam's favorite. Tamfam, here's Tamfam's favorite one. And this one's going to get automatic F tier, and I'm pretty sure she knows why. Yeah, it was mailed plain white envelope. Yeah, guys, I don't have, like, all my, like, envelopes things here yet. Sorry, guys. This goes in F tier. Sorry, not sorry. You know what? I'll put it at the high end of F tier if that makes you feel better. But it's the worm. It's the worm. Like, they just did sand dunes. And they just did the worms, just both of them kind of like doing this, like the arcing thing. And I get it. In the game, that's how it moves. It moves in the sand. I get it. But couldn't they have done some, like, I don't know, some better looking sand dunes? Like, those sand dunes don't even look that good. And the worms are doing the exact same thing. There's so many other things they could have done with the background. They could have made this actually look. Believe it or not, you guys, if you know how to talk with an artist and work with an artist, you can even make a worm look badass. But this is just boring. Sorry. I don't even know why I keep saying sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I love this card. Is it? It's not S tier. I'm sorry. This is A. This is A. It's right up there. It's pretty. I love the feeling of these two cards. I love the Fletchinder and the Rookidee. It's like the colors are amazing. I love how there's so many Rookidees all just like chilling, like by this like this thing of food. It's just like it's like a vibe, you know? Like I like it. You know, Luna is like C. No, I like it. I like it. It's just I like how there's so much going on. The background's really crisp. I love the flowers. I just like look even the wood planks or whatever that's under that Rookidee's feet, like everything was like looked at and thought of in this piece. It's all there. Like the more it's one of those pieces, like the more you look, oh, like wow, look at the detail on that limb. They even put the limb on the top of the card. Like they didn't have to. The artist didn't have to do that. They could have left that limb out, but they even let the limb of a tree up above them, and like there's the limbs of the trees right behind this Rookidee in the foreground. I just, you know, sorry. I like it. Oh well, no, well that Tamfam, that's the thing. That's why I have the Fletchinder above the Rookie D. So if it's more to the left, it goes like highest to low. So and again, I might move these around, but that's how I'm going. Okay. Mousehold. I like it. I like it a lot. Do I like it enough for A tier? No. Is it not good enough for C tier? No, it's B tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Does it go above the Meryl and under the Raichu? I think it does. I think it does. I think it goes there. Oh, people love this one a lot. Wow. I love the vibes of this. The artist, I feel like you can almost tell like when an artist is like having fun with this. Like I'm getting like sort of like the colors, the composition. I'm getting some like Hayao Miyazaki vibes a little bit out of this. The mouse has a mushroom on his head. It's S tier. Cactus, take a step back, look at it again, and realize it's S tier. I don't know. Wow, you guys are definitely against me on that one. Wow, okay. Definitely against me on that one. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there for now, guys. That's just where I feel like with it is. But I'm gonna say, I do appreciate what the artist did with this. I love it. I like a lot of what they did. Like even the little mice is sleeping underneath the leaves. The one's kind of like using it as a hat. The one's eating it. It's just a very cute, well done. Flamigo is next. Okay. All right. I like it, but I don't know, you guys. It's a bit boring to me. I'm not even looking at the chat. I see you guys typing over there in the corner of my peripheral vision, but I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the tier list, and I gotta say, I feel like it's... I just don't know if it's good enough for B tier, you guys. Is it as bad as D tier, though? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth getting a D. I feel like C is acceptable. I feel like it's acceptable. I mean, I gave Grafai acceptable. This is acceptable. I'm sorry. It's... Wow, people are even harsher. Okay, maybe I'm gonna put it on C tier for now, but I honestly was on the cusp of D. Because, I don't know. It's like, look at the Flamigos. It's just copy paste. That's what bothers me. That's honestly what bothers me about this. This is better than C tier. It's just that kind of thing bothers me a lot. Again, which I pointed out in the other artists' work. Okay, it's going in C tier, but like low C tier. Like I'm talking like over here on the other side of the Tropius low. Like at least with a Tropius, they were like trying fresh. Okay, so it's on the bottom. Farigiraf. This is Farigiraf, right? I'm not mispronouncing that. Wait. Farigiraf, yep. All right. Okay, this is me gonna be a little bit... am I being harsh again? I don't really like this, you guys. Is it a fail? I don't think it's a fail tier because they at least tried. But for me, it's like high. It's at the top of the D tier. I don't know. It's just like... It's a little bland to me. It's a little bland. I would have said to the artist, like, hey, okay, for those of you guys don't know, I've been to Africa. Okay, I've seen giraffes in the wild. I've seen a lot of this stuff in the wild. I would have definitely been with this artist and, like, wanted to do something, like, cool. Like, why aren't some of these fur giraffes, like, eating from a tree? Or, like, some of them are drinking water. Or, like, you know, I don't know. Or some of them are, like, fighting or playing. like, I don't know, or they're running. Like, how about have them in motion where they're running? Like when giraffes run, it's really cool. Like how they gallop, right? Like these huge long strides. I don't know. It's just like, I know it's trying to be cute and funny with like the one poking its head out, like hi, like, but it just doesn't feel like enough to me. It's D tier. It's D. It's D tier to me, guys. Okay, done sparse. It tries. I don't. It's F tier. I'm gonna put it above the Earth, but the F. And I'm sure there's probably gonna be like some people. It's so good. It's F tier to me, you guys. Do I need to explain this? Do you want me to explain this? And then I just feel like they're just throwing stuff on a wall. It's like, oh, we have Dunsparce. Let's throw some Dedenne in there. Let's throw some Spoopa in there, and let's throw some like other like mushrooms and crap in there. I don't get it. Yeah, and like, I don't know. Yeah, the Dedennes are cute, but they're so small, and it doesn't save it. I don't know, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Bruh.
I should stop saying sorry. Let's go to the next one. Fortress. It's F tier. It's F tier. It's like, I hate this. I hate this. This is my bias coming in, you guys. I hate this. I don't like Fortress. Why did Fortress get a terrestrialized special full art? If this is worth more than like $3 or $4 once the set is like fully out, I don't know what's wrong with this community. And I know that's a very strong statement to make, but if this is worth more than like $3, maybe $4, I'm gonna be very upset. Like no joke, I'm gonna be very upset. There are full arts that are like great, love the colors, okay? And now obviously with these full arts that we're getting into, I can't talk about the background so much because it's just like a generic design. So my grade mostly has to focus on like the Pokemon itself, right? So let's just talk about it. But I don't, yeah. Watch it be playable. Yeah, I know, right, Tam? All right, again, my bias is coming in. I love Meowscarada. I like the effect on the back. I like the squares. Now, it could have been like, they could have done boring. To me, boring would have been like doing circles or like leafy designs or whatever. I like it, okay? It's A tier for me. Is it above? But here's the thing. Like full arts have to work really hard for me to like put them above like art rare cards because there's not as much going on. So, I put it up there. I like it. That's my bias coming in, you guys. I like it. I like the colors. I like the purple, how it bounces off the green. Like purple and green are like good colors. Okay, we got the piece of crap. People are like, what? We got the piece of crap. Can we put this in F tier, please? I don't think... this is another one of those I shouldn't have to explain, right? If this is worth more than like $2... If this is worth more than like $2, I'll be very upset. I'm gonna guess it's gonna like when this set like bottoms out, like when it's been out for like several months, I'm gonna guess this card is gonna be worth like one of those like $1.50, you know, like full arts that like people are just picking up for like to finish their master set. All right, I'll give you $1. I'll give you $2 tops. S tier. It's obviously undercover gold card. Yeah, right. Skeledirge. I like this. I like orange. I like the colors. It's warm. It's like kind of exciting. I like it. Is it A tier with the Meowscarada? I don't know. I'm actually gonna put it in B tier, right in front of this guy here. Okay, so it goes in front of the, oh god, what is that called again? Why am I blanking on this? Okay, I like it. So I like it. I like it. All right, here's another one of Tamfam's favorites coming up. Is she ready for it? I hope she's ready for it. Are you guys ready for this? Put that beautiful full art in C. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Chi-Yu. P-U. The Chi-Yu... Is this F tier? Like, I think like the artist tried. I'm gonna put it in D tier, and let me explain why. It's bottom D tier. It's bottom D tier. I know, Luna, you want C tier because at least it's water, but I'm putting it in D. The reason why is because I have to give the artist at least props for trying. They tried with the background, okay? And it's also not their fault that they probably got sacked with kind of a boring Pokemon. It is, right? It's just, it's going to be another one of those like $2 full arts, right? It's fire, says Pocket. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, it is fire type. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Why did they give it a blue background? No, fire. It's a... No, Pocket. It's a fish, but it's a fire Pokemon. You're right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Because, yeah, the special artwork is has a really cool thing. It is a bit boring, Sleeping. It is a bit boring. It's a fish. It's a little fishy, right? But I give them props for the background, trying to do like the cool things with like kind of that smoky blue fire thing, that swirly effect. I give it props for that. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's keep going. Quaquaval. People are going to be mad at me for this. I think they're going to be mad at me for this. Where do I put this in D tier? It's D tier for me, guys. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. Or be mad at me. Well, you know what? You're going to be mad at me regardless. I'm going to put it kind of... I don't like it. I don't like it. I give the artist props for trying, again, with the background, and they're trying with the colors. But Quaquaval was like a kind of a... People are like, put it in F. Put it in F. Like, you guys want me to put it in F. I thought I was being kind of putting it in D. I don't know. It's better in person, Kate says. I don't know. It's D tier for me. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like they dropped the ball with Quaquaval. It could have been so dope. That's what really bothers me, is that this could have been so dope. I can't really... So I'm putting a D tier, and I'm not really blaming the artist for that. It's not their fault. It's just that's what they got stuck with. All right, let's go with the next one. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this in gold. I like the SIR, so of course I'm putting this high. This goes up with Meowscarada up here in A. I know, Luna, you say S, and I'm probably going to reserve that for one of the later ones, if you know what I'm saying. I like it. I like how it has like those kind of... Like, look at the background. It kind of has like almost like a clothy, like a quilt texture. Maybe it'll look different when I get it in person. Colors are great. I love the complementing colors in this, like all those like light blues and whites, and like the eyes, or even the color. I'm sure it's one of those cards where, like, you know, it's a full art where the eyes are gonna shine through. It's an S. No, S. It's A tier for me. People are gonna be like, "Yo, you said S. You said S, Cactus."
Bruh.
You know, so F tier. I've had too much dental work and that dagger hanging out of its mouth. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I had a crown put in a few months ago, and that wasn't cheap. So I feel your pain with that. At least I feel that pain. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, sorry. Bellybolt is F. Why does something like Bellybolt? Why does this get a full art? It gets an EX, like a regular EX. Why? S tier says Mav. G. He's a G. Come on, you guys. It's nothing. Hold up, that's Pokemon is cousin to Snorlax. S tier. F, but still better than Quaquaval. Yeah, probably. All right, let's keep going, because come on, I think that's self-explanatory, right? All right, let's go to... All right, I don't want to look at the chat for a second. I want to think about this. I like Slowking. I do. But I don't know. Does he deserve to be up higher? Well, it's him and Dedenne. I definitely rank him above Dedenne. So here's what I think. I think Slowking deserves to be an A because he's awesome. Does he go above Qian Pao? I think he does a little bit. I feel like he goes above Qian Pao a little bit. Okay. I'm going to give it A. And then I'm going to go right into Dedenne, because these are both the Terastallized for this set, right? And to me... Oh, come on. Come on. All right, sorry, I have to click this, like, so you guys can see the next one. Dedenne is, like, I don't know. I put it above. Dedenne is going to go in the B tier, but like near the bottom. It's not better than Skeledirge. Is it better than Rabsca? Is it better than Ice Q? Is it better than... I don't know. Do I put it... Actually, I think it's better than Rabsca. I don't know. I like the Ice Q. Like, I'm giving the artist props for that. How high does it go? I'm going to put it here. That's kind of where my gut is telling me to put it. I'm going to put it there. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. Rabsca, you got beat out. Dung Beetle, you got beat out by the Dedenne. Because the Dedenne is, like, just, like, chilling. Like, I'm good. I don't know. I like it. And again, there's not really much artistically I can talk about with some of these full arts. Because it is... What you see is what you get. So, I don't know. I like it. It's cute. They did a good job in the colors. The gems, the reflections... I'm sure in person it looks beautiful. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. We next one have Tinkaton full art. I have seen this pulled in someone's stream. Was it last night? Was it Kangaskranz's stream? Did he pull this or who pulled this? Was it Pat's video with Vault? Okay. I know I love Tinkaton, but I feel like this is B tier. The reason why is because it's almost like too much pink. It's like overload. I almost feel like it goes right below... it goes right below the other one. Like, I like the pink, but it's like almost too much. I almost wish they had done something else, like a light pink to help the darker skin color of the Tinkaton pop. But it's B tier for me. But it's a little bit higher. And that's my bias coming in, guys, okay? So, because it's also it's one of the full arts I'm, like, going to be going for and hoping to pull. There are some times when, like, it's cool to have, like, a lot of color, but yeah, too much pink. If it had, like, a cool, different vibe for the background, I think it would have been A tier, but it's got to be B tier for me. I'm not in love with the color of the outline. The color of the outline is more of, like, is it like a gray? Or, like, a kind of steel blue? Maybe. But no. All right. Let's go. Why does Lycanroc get, like, another... Why does Lycanroc still get, like, full arts and stuff? Like, I'm sorry, guys. This is a D tier for me automatically. I just feel like I've seen enough of I've seen enough of Lycanrocs in, like, Pokemon sets. Is it because it's playable? Is it because people use, like, Lycanroc decks a lot in the TCG? It's just boring to me. Okay, like, I'm not... Do I think it's as bad as, like, the piece of poop in the F tier and the Belly Bolt? No. I don't know. I give it... I let it slide because it's not as bad as those. It's just... To me, it's not. You know what? I actually put it a little bit... I don't know. Is it better than the fish? I don't know. Like, I'm even struggling to, like, where does it go in D tier? But it goes in D tier, you guys. It's just, this is one of those cases, again, where it's, like, it needed more. It could have done a little something. Annihilate. This one, I like. I like the kind of purpley flame, pink flame kind of things. It almost reminds me of, like, graffiti. Like, and it looks like a gangster, like a punk primate. Like, my gut tells me B tier, and I think that's where it's gonna go. The thing I have to argue with is where. Okay, some people are saying C. I'm gonna give it... Do I think it's gonna be a valuable card? No. But do I like the colors and the kind of the vibe and the energy of it? Yeah. I mean, could you argue, well, Cactus, like, the Annihilate, Primeape, they always have that, like, fighting, like, pose. It's the same kind of pose, whatever. Like, Alright, you know what? This is the one time You know what? I'm still gonna go B. Sorry, guys. I was gonna say the one time maybe I'll agree with chat, but I'm like, you know what? I'm putting it at the bottom of B because I like it, and I'm gonna give it props. But it's at the bottom of B. It could go down to like maybe upper C tier, so that's why it's down there. So that could transition. That could change. All right. Let's go to the next one. Oh my god. I'm not even bothering with this, you guys. Can I go to the next one, please? Do I have to? I'm not explaining this one either. F tier. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm literally moving on, you guys. So, what is this? Is this Ting Lu? Move along. Clodsire. This is F tier as well. It's also a piece of poop. Okay, I'm moving on. Copperajah. I don't like Copperajah, you guys. I don't like Copperajah. This is like F tier for me too. I'm gonna move on. This is F tier for me too. I'm going quick through these, you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't really like Copperajah. Luna, I know what you're gonna say. You love elephants. I know it. I know you're saying that. Like, what? Come on! I can hear your voice in my head saying like, oh my god. But like, I'm sorry. It's just not what I want it to be. And why the pink background? Says Snorlax. Yeah. All right. Let's go to Noivern. Again, just like the freaking Lycanroc, why do we keep seeing Noiverns? Now, I have seen this pulled in an early video. I liked it. But is it better than a D tier? No. No, it's not. Boring. It's not F. Like, I've seen it pulled. It looks dope. I like the whirlwind effect. You know, the wind thing. I liked the colors of it. It just, and it was more interesting. You know what helps Noivern be more interesting and less like flat, like less two-dimensional, is the coloration, like with the wings. Like the black and green really helps it pop. That's why it's D tier. That's what saves this from being another F, really. Okay? Oh, we have another full art. These full arts, honestly, the full arts in this set, I agree with Sleeping Snorlax. There's a lot of full arts that are not really doing it for me in this set, and Squawkabilly is also... I don't really... guys, I don't like Squawkabilly. It's one of the newer Pokemon I don't really like. Do I put it above the piece of poop? Yes. You know what? Hold on. This piece of poop goes down here. This piece of poop goes down with this piece of poop. The Tinglu's not better than Squawkabilly. That's just like... I don't know. That's just like some prehistoric elephant with a walk on its head. Copperajah is not the worst, though. It's definitely better than the Tinglu. The piece of poop is at the very end. Is Bellybolt better than... No, Bellybolt is below Copperajah and Squawkabilly. I say Copperajah is at least better than those two. But those are still... It's still all F tier. I'm like arguing about which is better than the F tier. He was in Aladdin. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Yeah, not memorable. Not worth kind of doting on. Okay, is this... Now we're getting into the trainers. Let me scroll down to make sure I know. This is boss's orders, right? With Gets... Is this Getsis? Boss's orders. Boss's orders with Getsis. I don't really like... I don't know. Guys, it's... Boss's orders... I like the previous boss's orders and the more recent sets. I don't know. It's like C tier for me, which means, again, it's acceptable. It's okay. I just feel like it's the colors in this card are kind of one note to me. It's all very dark. There's like, okay, yeah, there's some of that light coming in and from those windows, that kind of cool, like pale blue light, but it really doesn't like shine off his cloak. Only that little part of his cloak towards the bottom left of his cloak is illuminated by the windows. I wish that I wish he had been standing closer to the windows, because what would happen if he was standing closer to the windows, that light would have hit more of the person, would have hit more of his cape, it would bounce off all those jewels around his neck, and those then would have had to glitter. Like, that would have then maybe elevated it. But because he's like far away from the window, it takes away. Like, I just think, like, I would have said to the artist, like, okay, move the guy closer to the window. I don't know. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. Clavel. I saw. Who did I see pull this? Was it also Kangas Krantz last night? It's. I like Director Clavel in the game. Was he kind of corny? Yes. Is this pose kind of boring? Yes. Is that at least the BG also boring but good colors? Yes. But it's like, it's boring. It's boring. Okay, guys, I'm not giving it. Well, let me make it clear. I'm not going to give it an F. I'm just debating between C and possibly D. I don't think it's a D, you guys. I think you're being a little too harsh. People are just being like F. Well, I mean, even my nephew's saying F. And I get where you're coming from. We're all entitled to like what we believe. And this is where I'm gonna just say, let me just go with it. I'm gonna put Clavel in C. He goes. Is he more interesting? At least with the Heracross, it's by a road. Whereas like they're like Clavel. I feel like the artist just got the prompt, just draw Clavel. And that was all they were told to do. They weren't told like, hey, put him in like his office. Or maybe he's like doing something at his desk. Or maybe they're saving that for like an SIR for Clavel. I don't know. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's go with, okay. Here's my bias coming in. I like Dendra. I like Dendra so much. I had a custom art card made of her and Rhyfort. Okay. So she's up there, and I like the full art a lot. Okay, so let me be clear without looking at the chat yet. She's either B tier or A tier for me. And honestly, I like this a lot more than the SAR. I do not like the SAR. The SAR of Dendra, I think, is awful, and it's going to get ranked low. I like this one a lot, though. It's showing off her attitude. It's not like she's just standing there like this. She's literally has a cool action pose. She's at the back. I'm putting an A. Without even looking at the chat still, I'm putting an A tier, okay? A tier, right? Yes. Do I put her above my Meowscarada? I don't know. I think it's more interesting. I like her. Okay. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is that alright? You guys see that alright? Okay. Yeah. This could change, but she's up there. Okay. You might say boring. That's fine. She's next to a road. She's at the track. That's where she's supposed to be. Whereas at least Clavel was just like at the side of the school, like a random wall of the school. At least she's where she's supposed to be, you know? And I like, also compositionally with the art, and people might say, oh, now you're just defending it, Cactus. But like, look at the artist, how the artist put the curve of the track. They could have had her standing in just a straight part of the track. That would have been boring. They could have had her standing, like, you know, at the pedestal of the track. No, they had her stand at a. That's very cool. That part of the track, and people could be like, "Oh, he's just defending it." Whatever, you guys. Whatever. Get out. No, don't get out. All right. Yes, but I like Dendra. Okay. All right. Who is this? I don't know who this is. Let me look at my cheat sheet. Am I doing a master set for this set? I'm debating. I'm debating doing a master set of this. Is this Falconer? Well, Falconer, do you get an F? Or do you get... I don't know, does it deserve an F? Does it deserve even a D? I feel like it's also C with Clavel. It's like... At least with Clavel, though, he had a building in the background. This just has like a sky. It's like D. At least Clavel had the school in the background, you guys. Right? I don't know. My gut is telling me still to put it in C, though. I'm going to put it bottom of C. The very absolute bottom of C. Even below Flamigo. It might change. Alright. We got next is Giacomo. Giacomo. I don't really like Giacomo, you guys. He's okay. I liked him in the game. You know, kind of a decent dude. I feel like he's also in C. And maybe this is like, somebody's going to say like, oh, this is like Manfu hate Cactus. I don't know. I feel like I put him above Clavel, though. He's up there. He's up in the mid-C range with Clavel, right? The director. Yeah, Giacomo. All right. I mean, I can talk about the art of it. at least with this one, they tried more. Look, there's more of the vibe in the background with like the kind of the background with like there's like the Pokeball, like it looked like it was hand drawn. I don't know. I dig it. I'm giving it a C. Let's go next. Okay, this is the Grusha full art. Grusha, right now, I would go to B. Now I just have to decide where I want to put it in B. Because the Grusha SAR is definitely better than this. And that the Grusha SAR is going to be like A or S tier for me. Now, this is the one time I will look at chat, because I'm curious to see what you guys are saying. Better than a Dendra. This poise is more defined. B, A, B, B. Not sure why, but the male trainers are usually more boring. Well, yeah, because I feel like artists like more like they want to do more like cool dynamic things with like, you know, the female trainers and have fun with it. Whereas like they feel like maybe it's like the Japanese mentality where they want to be like manly, like more stoic. I don't know. Maybe that's the vibe. Grusha. I'm putting. It's got to go above. It's got above the Tinkaton. It's pretty high. Do I put it above? I think I do. Somewhere. This is a tough one, you guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I should have had a counter for like how many times does Cactus say sorry for this. I'm going to put it above Raichu, but below my Tinkatink and Tinkaton. Right in there. I'm going to nestle it in there. That's it. I'm done. Moving on. Yeah, sorry, counter is 23. All right, the Iono. Here comes a very, very divisive character in the game that people are really conflicted over. You have people who love Iono. You have the people who are kind of like, well, I like her because she's valuable. You have the people who are like, yeah, she's like a child. Why are people like going out like she's a child? Her age isn't even specified in the TCG. I feel like she's B tier, but I don't think she's as good as the Grusha. I appreciate that they have a dynamic pose for her, but I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm putting this one in B tier. Is it better than the Skeledirge? I think it is. Is it better than the Dedenne? Yes. Is it better than Ice Cube? Yes. Pyroar? Yes. Meryl? Yes. The Mousehold? No. I think it goes right in there. I have a lot of people are conflicted about Iono. I know. But that's where I'm putting her. That's where she's going. And that'll do. Saguaro. I like this dude. I liked him. I liked his SAR a lot more than this. So this hurts me because I do like this guy. He's going to be in C tier, but it's going to be like high C tier. I think it goes right next to the boss's orders. I like it a little bit more. I like it a little bit more than boss's orders. I like the lighting better. I like the colors. I like its vibe, the vibrancy of it, of everything. Even the pose, the pose has a little bit of more fun to it. Like he's got like the, he could have just been standing like this, or like, have both. No, the artist like put like one of his arms in his suspenders, like he's like straightening it up. Like little things like that. That puts it high C tier for me. So yeah, I like things like that. Okay, here we go. I think we all know where this is going to go for me because of my bias. I'm not even going to apologize for this. It goes up in S tier. It goes up in S tier. It goes above Baxcalibur. I like Baxcalibur, but Meowscarada goes up here for me. And we're going to start seeing a lot more S tiers because we're getting to the SIRs. Yeah. That's just how it is in this set. There are some arts that maybe could be argued are like high up there. But, like, I'm talking, like, flawless. Like, there was not a lot I would change about it. I like where the Meowscarada is, where it's posed. It's high up in the tree. It started off, in the grass. It then evolved and went up into the lower boughs of a tree. And now it's, like, at the top of the tree. Like, very Robin Hood, Mask of Zorro-esque at the top. I just like that. I dig all that. And I've seen this pulled. It's amazing. It's S tier. People are going to be like, no, B, A, whatever. I like it S tier. There we go. Deal with it. Okay. I say a lot of the SARs are going to be in the bottom. This is going to go right down an F with a piece of poop. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I mean, no. I don't know. Like, I'm getting like some sort of Princess Mononoke vibes in it. But I still don't. I don't like it, you guys. I don't. Do I give it any sort of credit for all like the cool vine details and all the growth details? I don't know. Not gonna do it. I'm moving on. Skeledirge. Skeledirge. This is one of the only ones in the evolutionary line that I actually like. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's... Is it S tier? It could make a point for it, but I'm putting it high A tier. I'm putting it... Is it better than the... Is it better than the Magikarp? I feel like it's better than the Tyranitar. I feel like that. I'm gonna put it there. I don't think it's better than Magikarp, but I'm putting it high because I like it. Wow, this is also conflicting with people too. I don't know, but I like it. I think it's one of the few of the three that it deserves to be high. No way close to Carp. Pocket feels very strongly about that. I don't know. I dig it. I like it. I like the old school vibes. It feels like very like Cuba. Like it feels like Cuba to me. Like it's like because they got like some old school looking car in the front. I don't know, you guys. We're gonna agree to disagree on that one. That's fine. And again, maybe I'll come back and be like, maybe I'll see the error of my ways and change it. The Chi-Yu. Oh, this goldfish. This stupid goldfish. I'm giving it C. I'm going with my gut. My gut tells me right off the bat C tier. And I can tell you why. Does it go above? It gets toward the higher end of C tier. I give the artist props for like the background. S tier, A tier. Okay, we're gonna disagree because I don't like this at all. I mean, like I don't like it as much as some of you guys do. Clearly, I don't know. I don't know. Your gut is wrong. I like the colors. The problem is I can't see what any of the hell of this stuff around it is. Is it seaweed? Is it kelp? Is it Pokemon? Like, it looks like just leaves, but it's like with the lighting, I'm like, I don't know where to look. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. I feel like there's more that could have been done with this, or it could have been composed differently. I don't like where the fish is. I don't like how it's... I don't know. I'm getting like my Little Mermaid vibes with like how they arranged like the leaves to be right like around the fish, and it's supposed to be like, I know it's like a holy fish or whatever, like a legendary fish, whatever. We're gonna agree to disagree on that one a lot. Quaxwell. Oh no, Quaquaval. Also in front of the mirror. I'm gonna let chat decide where this one goes. I'm gonna be different, and this one I'll let chat. I'll be curious to see where chat wants this one. Go ahead, chat. Tell me. D, C, D, C. All right. Well, don't spam it. C, D, C. Plex says F. Really? You think it's that bad? D. Are we split? D, 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 C, C, C. So am I the tiebreaker vote here? Unless we get one more to beat the tiebreaker, C or D. But, because right now, I don't want to do a poll because I want to keep up that link in case anyone wants to use it. This is the one that lets me down. At least with like Skeledirge, it was a whole new scene. The artist like just went full bore, you know. All right, we're doing C. We're doing C. We called it. I put it above the. No, you know what? I'll give at least the goldfish did more, so I'll put it below that. Actually, it might even be lower. Oh my god, do I have to put it all the way down here with here? Let's just put it all together. Like, this one gets better, C, because it actually was the first to do it. This one is... I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to get so much hate for that if people watch this back later. Alright. What's next? And thank you guys for all of you who have still been sticking around, chilling with me, wearing your PJs or laying down, watching on your couch, or just listening as maybe you're exercising if you're on the West Coast, you know, doing a late night exercise, whatever you're doing. This is S tier for me. I'm chasing this. It's S tier. I haven't seen this yet in person, but if I'm wrong, maybe it'll get moved down to A tier, but I'm guessing this looks amazing in person. So it's S tier for me. Yep, S tier. Is the background could it have been a little bit more interesting? Sure. But I like that it's this cool, like, fierce, snowy blizzard that they didn't just go all hum they could have just gone one note with the snow color and just done, like, easy. Like, oh, just make it all white. Like, oh, snow flurries. Like, whoosh. No, there's, like, light blues, baby blues, dark blues. There's, like, sapphire blues, like, these dark... There's even, like, purple tones. Like, I can probably... If I had a paint tool and if I selected that color in the back, I bet you, like, they have lilacs and purples, like, deep in the back. So, I like it. S tier. Definitely a chase. Okay, again, my personal opinion is coming in here. I like the Tinkaton a lot. I'm going to be chasing this. Is it S tier, though? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's very close. And, does it supersede... Okay, this is my list at the end of the day. I don't know. Is it better than the Magikarp? Is it better than the Magic... It's definitely better than Skeledirge. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it below the Magikarp and above the Skeledirge in terms of art. I don't know. I like the My Little... I'm gonna call it the My Little Pony. I like the My Little Pony colors. I like the yellows. I like the turquoises and you know, the pinks and everything. I don't know. It's just like... I don't know. I dig it. I like it. Me likey. But guess what? I didn't even have Tinkaton on my team in the game. So if you're thinking like, oh, Cactus likes this because it was on his team. No, it wasn't. Believe it or not. Okay. This one's tough. Oh, is it tough, though? I feel like I've seen Pocket. Pocket, if you're still here. I've seen you pull this several times from Snow Hazard, right? This is like one of the big bangers in Snow Hazard along with the Chien Pao, the Snow Leopard. Is this A tier, though, for you? Really? Really? I think this is, like, low for me, dude. This is, like, C, D. It's just very, like... I thought you would be like, yeah, Cactus, I've pulled it, but, like, it's boring. It's C, D for me. Now I'm just deciding if I want it in C or D. I like the background. I give the artist props for, like, that really cool, like, the snow crevice, like, in the foreground. I like the crevice with, like, the snow falling... and, like, the cracks in the ice. I appreciate all that things. Like, even they have, like, the dead plants. Like, they didn't have to include those, but they did. I like how, in the background, behind the Ting Lu, there's, like, that valley kind of carved out. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of, like, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movie. Like, where, like, the Ice Queen's castle was between that valley thing. High C. Hi. You mean, like, the drink? Are you thirsty? Yeah, it's gonna go high C for me. Does it beat the fish? Does it beat the fish? Me personally, yes. Does it beat the boss's orders? I think it closely does. Does it beat the Saguaro? I feel like it's... No, I don't know if it beats the boss's orders. I feel like it's up there, though. again, that might change. Okay. All right. The next one, guys. I don't really... I want to rate this higher, but I don't like Squawkabilly, guys. Like, this is going to be probably F for me. I'm not really a fan of this. Like, I appreciate, like, they have these, like, cool, like Spanish-inspired buildings with, like, the terracotta roofs and, like, the very colorful walls. And I just... I don't... Is it high F tier? Sure. Let's go with that. But I'll put it at the top of F tier, you guys. But I don't know. I feel like that artist, like, was on a losing thing, because I just don't... I don't know, guys. It's just not a... I'll put it high. I don't know. Alright, here we go with the SIRs. We're getting into trainers. Boss's Orders. The Boss's Orders is definitely at least a B, possibly an A. I love the colors on this. I love those kind of old parchment paper colors, like how they really infused those like brown, dirty, musky colors all throughout. Like he's got that kind of dirty compass. He's got that candle that's melted down. He's got that brass candle holder. I like a lot of things in this card. I'm putting it... I think it goes high B tier for me. I'm putting it above... wow, you know what? Does it... I'm going to put it above the Grisha for now. I feel like it could go higher. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot. High B for sure. I don't like this. This goes in F tier. And people are going to say, what? What? And I love Dendra. This hurts me to do this. This hurts me to do this. And you know why? I think it was a huge mistake. It was a huge mistake zooming in so close on her face and her upper body. It's very boring. Like, all you see is like her doing just this, okay? That doesn't do anything for me, you guys. The water effect, like with that pipe thing, looks horribly done with whatever 3D program they used. I don't understand it. Okay, you guys are doing like B, C. This is a very conflicting card. I'm putting this in F. I love Dendra. This hurts me again, but I'm not. You know, if I pull this, great. I'll be like ecstatic. Like, yay! I got an SIR. I just watch, and everyone's gonna prove me wrong. This will probably end up being like a $30 or $25 card. It'll be like hard to pull. Whatever. I'm just like, I'm not digging it. I saw this card in person last night because TanFam got this. This is actually this card looks pretty dope in person. So I put him in C tier, so his card is definitely gonna go in B tier. I'm gonna say high B tier as well. He's gonna be up there with like Boss's Orders. I almost think it goes right next to it. It's really cool, actually. I'm putting it in high B tier for sure. Right next to Boss's Orders, right up there. I think it's pretty dope, actually. I think this is probably one of those like Manfu cards with the Boss's Orders, the SIR ones that'll get a little bit of respect. They'll get some respect, I think. All right, let's move on. We're getting towards the end here, guys. We have about 11 more. The Grusha. SIR. This goes in S tier for sure. Does it go above... I'm putting it... It's definitely better than the Maxcalibur, but it's S tier. I'm just chasing these a little bit harder. That's why these are next to each other. But I think it's still a very beautiful card. And I saw that in person last night on a stream, zoomed up. And it is crazy gorgeous. Like, crazy gorgeous. I would be surprised if that card... Yeah, it's going to be... It's amazing. Alright. This is going to be an unpopular decision. I do like this card. I do like this Iono a lot. This goes in S tier for me as well. It's just... It goes up there. I love the colors. I love... Like, the colors, the shading, the highlights, all the details, all the little the fruits, the food, just everything. The background. You guys, look at the background behind her. They even did a really great job on that. They just, this artist stepped up their game like crazy for this card. Yeah. And this is going to be one of those cards. If it's going to be like the Miriam, I mean, watch out, because it's going to be worth like 60, 70 bucks, probably. The Saguaro is next. Saguaro, I hope I'm saying that right. If not, please forgive me. I really like this card. I like this card. It's cute. It's adorable. They did a great job with the colors. Whoever did this did. The Squovet looks funny. The Squovet with the big cheeks in this card looks funny as hell. The Jigglypuff looks funny, trying to learn how to do, like, rolling the rice. This is A tier for me. I just have to decide where I want it in A tier. Like, oh, or is he washing his hands? I feel stupid. But I thought maybe they were like, is he making rice balls, right? And like, I thought, like, you know, Jigglypuff was like learning how to like do the rice balls, right? Squovet's just hungry. That's why he's on his shoulder. Delibird looks like he's high. Delibird always looks like he's high because he doesn't have the pupils. His pupils are white. So it kind of makes our eyes look a little weird. Oh, it is washing hands? Yeah, because there are the soap bubbles. But I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe I was wrong. All right. So Jigglypuff is washing the hands. Showing proper hand washing technique. You have to learn that when you're working in the food industry. All right, guys. So this is A tier. I have to decide where I want to put it. It's up there, you guys. I'm going to put it... Is it better than... I think it's... Is it right below... I'm gonna say right next to Dendra. I'm gonna sit him right there. Those two can be two peas in a pod. All right. Now we get into the golds. Meowscarada gold. And thank you guys for those of you who are still chilling with me here. Don't worry, we're getting down to it with my little tier list here. Golds. We got the Meowscarada. Meowscarada is up there for sure. I think it goes in A. I'm going to put it next to... Is the gold better than the regular? I have seen the gold pulled. Because the gold, if you go and watch Twice Baked Jake's first video box where he opened it up, I joke with some people in my Discord because he called it Mouscarada. The gold was pretty spicy, and I think it goes above its full art. I'm going to put an A tier right there. Oh, please don't go. Well, just, you know, if you go watch this video, just, you know, please, you know, just be gentle. All right, Skeledirge. Skeledirge, I think I'm going to do a pattern. I kind of like all the golds a little bit better than their full arts. I think I might just kind of put the golds next to... I think the gold for it is just B tier with its cousin. It's just going to be right next to each other. I don't know. It kind of works because I like the golds, all of these, a little bit better than their full arts. So it makes sense to just put it kind of where it is. So Quaquaval. Quaquaval is just... I don't know. Like... I'm going to put it in D tier next to its brother. It can stay in D tier right next to it. Again, I think it's a little bit... The gold is actually a little bit better than the color. So, there you go. Okay, here's a conflicting thing. Here's a conflict. I like this gold a shit ton. I'm almost putting it in S tier. I know that's going to be like controversial. I think it looks really cool. So... I might change that because I'm probably gonna get a lot of people saying no. No. Yeah, I'll probably come back to that. Ting-Lu. It's Ting-Lu, right? Ting-Lu goes in the bottom. You can go with your full art down here in F tier. Let's just go through these rapid fire, these last few golds, guys, to wrap this up. The fishing rod. I mean, what do you do with item cards? Like, how can I be subjective art-wise with, like, item cards? What can I, like, critique here? I can't really critique anything, you guys, so I just feel like these are, like, what, standard, like, C just like acceptable. Like I'm just putting these in like I'm gonna be generous and put it in C tier because it's an item card. I'm gonna do the same with the next one. I like this a lot. I think it's gonna. I'm just gonna again. It's just an item card. I'm not really reviewing this, so this is just gonna go slightly better than their fishing rod in C tier. I'm not like Tam. I know you like this card a lot, and it is cool. I'm only doing this because they're item cards. I just don't. What can I evaluate here? I'm not like. I don't think anyone's like really like chasing this per se. So I'm sure we'll talk later about that. Okay. The energies. The energies are not items, but you know how some energies are like chased after more than others? And I have to like, am I biased because it's green and I'm a cactus, so I gotta like green? Do I have to give some like brownie points to green? I mean, look, even my cactus behind me is green, for God's sakes. So, if you don't put gold, water, and S, Surge is coming for you. Well, he's gonna come for me either way, because he's my stalker, Green Tea. By the way, I thought you went to bed. You're stalking me now. C for all energies. No, I went to mod for Chloe. Wait, is she already over? I thought she usually goes for a couple hours with her PWCC auctions, although it has been a couple hours. You know what? I'm just gonna put this in C tier. Again, I'm just putting them there. Oh god, am I gonna get so much crap? I'm gonna get so much crap from Luna and Surge for this. But I'm gonna put them all together, those golds all together in C tier. I'm sure I'll get so much rage for that later. But yeah. I'm gonna get so much crap for that. But yeah, guys, you know what? I'm gonna move the what is this? The Chin Pao down to, I think it's right with Meowscarada. It's definitely A tier for me. I don't think it was S tier. But these are absolute, like, I want to get. The only one that made this top list up here is the Baxcalibur. This list could change if there's anything you really seriously disagree with. You know, holler at me later if you want to, or in the next stream. I'm sure you'll make yourself known. But yeah, it's about 2 hours. Yeah, so this is actually a perfect way to kind of wrap up here. Did you guys have any big disagreements? Anybody want to discuss any of these cards before I kind of wrap things up finally here? Carp needs to be S tier. Pleb, I don't know. Take a screenshot of your final and post it. Oh no, well, this is on tiermaker.com, so I can just save a copy of this. It's easy to do that. Ting-Lu alt needs A. Ting-Lu alt needs A. No. It would be so cool to revisit this again when you have the cards in hand. Yeah. And I'll be curious to see like how wrong I'll be. Like I think Meowscarada will be like I think that'll be like a $30 to $40 card, somewhere in there, kind of like where the Gardevoirs drop down to. I think the Chien Pao, because it's still a newer one. Oops, sorry. I think Chien Pao will be probably in the low $20 range because it's still not well known. I think the Grusha will probably also settle around there, 20 to 25. I think Iono is going to be 70. Baxcalibur is only going to be like maybe $5 to $10 because I think it's popular, but maybe it depends on how hard it is for some of these to be pulled. Magikarp, I think will be 5 to 10, maybe closer to 10. Tinkaton is EX. I think this will be like 15, maybe 10 to 15. Or no, but depending on how hard this is to pull, this could be as hard to pull as some of these. So I could be wrong, and this could be like a $30 card. I don't know. Skeledirge, I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to drop. Tyranitar, average. Also, this will be kind of... This might be like... Is it the Frigibax is the first one. Arctibax is the second one. So this is like the second one. So this will be like... I'm guessing 5 or 6. Sprigatito... I'm just going to price these out real quick, and then we'll end. As soon as I finish ending these, I think... Sprigatito, a couple bucks. I think... God, why am I Okay. $5 to $10. Thank you. Fletchinder. Fletchinder 5. Rookie D is going to be like the Starly card, which is like $2 or $3. Saguaro SAR. Maybe it's going to be like the Arvin, which is like $7. Maybe around there. Dendra, I think it's going to be pretty popular. 10 to 15. Golds up there. Meowscarada, all of them are going to be up there. But, yeah. So, you know, I'm not even going to price all these through because that'll take forever, and you guys are probably tired. But I don't know. Was there anybody else want to discuss any other cards or big things you disagree with? Otherwise, I figure I appreciate you guys being here and going through this chart with me, talking about the art, where I kind of rank them in terms of what I'm going to be looking for, what I'm most interested in, and just how I rank things and how my brain works. My brain is like a bag of cats, but not as bad as Loki. Carp is a B. You think, oh, we have some disagreements. Carp is a B. But all right, you guys. If there's really nobody else or no other major discussions, I think I'll end it here. Let me just go to the main screen. Let me just go to the big screen here. Oh, hold on. That's not the big screen. All right. But thank you guys for chilling with me, just doing this, having fun here in our PJs, right? And I had a good time talking about this with you guys. Thank you all who chilled and just watched and shared your opinions on things. This was a pretty good success. Maybe we'll do this again with the next set, which should be 151 if I can get myself some of the English one. Although maybe the next English set going to be... It could be... We might have to wait till Obsidian Flames. So anyway, thank you guys for chilling with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!